human rights activist and presidential candidate of the African Action Congress, AAC, in the 2023 election, Omoyele Sowore, has been released minutes after his arrest. It was earlier reported that Sowore was arrested on Sunday morning at Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Ikeja, Lagos State. In his X-platform post, Sowore wrote, and I quote, "I just arrived in Nigeria from the USA at MMIA in Lagos. Upon reaching Nigerian immigration, my passport was seized, and they told me they had orders to detain me. This is not unexpected because I've always known that it is part of the broader clampdown. In case this becomes another prolonged and protracted detention, I urge all citizens to ensure they all stop tyranny by all means acceptable and necessary by engaging in the planned series of direct actions slated for October 1 and beyond." End of quote. I'm now being joined here in the studio by the man himself to tell us what happened this morning on his arrival at the Lagos airport. Good to have you on This Day Live, Omoyele Sowore.
Thank you for bringing me.
Okay, they arrested you this morning at the Murtala Mohammed airport. You knew that if you came into the country, you would be arrested. I mean, it was foreseeable. And then you came in. Is that ego on your part? Is that foolhardiness? Well, they've given you back your passport. But why did you have to dare the Nigerian state?
It's a matter of right to not abandon one's citizenship, one's rights, one's fundamental dignity by running away from the government of your own country because they feel like they can violate your right. I have not committed any offense known to law, even though it was brought to my attention and that my name was put on a watch list. First by the CG of Immigration, the lady, and then later there was a document I got from the DSS that my name was placed at the airport on a watch list. But I had decided I was coming to Nigeria anyways because I had a case coming up soon, and that nothing was going to stop me. So I took my bags, packed my bags and got on the plane and arrived this morning to Lagos from the US after almost 14 hours of flying, only to get to the immigration people and they said, they seized my passport first and said, I have been ordered arrested. Of course, I was expecting it. But it wasn't a matter of ego, it was a matter of rights. It was a matter of existence. I'm a Nigerian, and I don't think any Nigerian should be afraid or be scared from their home country simply because some people are going haywire in office or in power.
Okay, but you've been talking about fearless in October, take back our country. The story is out there that there's a plan to protest against the Tinubu government starting from October 1. Okay, you've talked about a court case. Is that why you are here? To start another, take it back?
I don't have any reason to explain why I come to Nigeria. I don't come to Nigeria on vacation. It's my home country. And as a result, I can come to Nigeria for any reason whatsoever. I can come to Nigeria even if I don't have any reason to visit. It's my country. This is where I was born, raised. And after spending some 25 years in the US, I never abandoned the citizenship of Nigeria. So I don't owe anybody any explanation as to why I can come to Nigeria or the reason I can. So I can come to Nigeria for any reason. So I'm just explaining to you that whether I'm engaging in the protest, which is my right, or I'm coming for a court case, or I want to visit my mom, or I want to come here to come and drink water from a lake in my village, it's my right.
Okay,
I don't owe the government any duty to be afraid to come home simply because they put my name.
It's okay.
On the
but tell us about this fearless in October revolt that is being planned.
Well, it's been part of the series of protests that has been organized by Nigerians, and we started on August 1st, as you are aware. That was End Bad Governance. This is supposed to be a continuation because of 15 demands that the government did not even attend to. Instead of that, the federal government arrested and detained a lot of people, minors, and charged them with bogus offenses, very egregious offenses of treason for carrying placards. So this is going to be a continuation of it. But and the mobilization for it, the conversation and the conscientization and education for it has been on ever since the end of the August revolt, which was End Bad Governance revolt. So everybody's aware, the government was aware of this, and everybody should be preparing for it, because it's a matter of right that Nigerians have a duty to just not allow this government to obliterate them with hunger, starvation, and incompetence.
But Sowore, are you aware that under this Tinubu administration,
Yes,
where you carry placard is treason? You are toying with treason. About 10 people who had been arrested, they were charged for treason. They were remanded in Kuje prison. They've been granted bail to the tune of 10 million naira. So what kind of spirit will bring you back to say you want to commit treason, knowing that they will come after you and they will put you in Kuje prison, where they seem to have enough space to house people like you?
it is treason to arrest, detain, and falsely charge citizens of crimes they have not committed. And it's not the first time I was accused of treason. In fact, I heard about the offense of treason in 1992 at the University of Lagos, when we went and did Babangida Must Go. And the police arrested us at Western Avenue Police Station, asked us to start writing statements under duress and said that we want to overthrow the government. That was the period that Olusegun Mayegun, who was president of NANS at that time, I think Femi Falana, Baba Omoyele, and the rest of them were charged for treason. And the magistrate court did grant them bail. I was charged for treason in 2019 by Buhari, so I'm not new to treason, these bogus offenses of treason, but that is not our focus. Our focus is that we have a country to liberate and a people to save. So whatever offenses are thrown our way, it should not discourage us. It's up to the people to determine what constitutes the offense of treason. And in this situation, it is the Tinubu regime that is committing treason. And I must say to you also that in 1994, Tinubu was accused of treason. If you remember, when he was accused of bombing Ejigbo depot by Abacha. So that was why he left Nigeria on exile. But in our own case, we are not going to go on exile simply because the government is afraid of placards.
Well, you were presidential candidate in 2023 on the platform of the African Action Congress. President Tinubu has now said, look, there's a government to run. Politics is over. All the things that Nigerians are experiencing, these things are inevitable. Hard choices have to be made. And the Nigerians should be ready to make sacrifices. But, you know, some of you are still acting as if the election is still on.
Well,
so why?
We're not running an election. They never even had an election in the first place. But that's a conversation for another day. What we're saying is that the issue on ground is existential. And everybody's talking. Even the other day, I saw some elders, including the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, who went to Tinubu and said we should bring about a new constitution, which is one of our demands, by the way. We talked about minimum wage. We talked about wastage in government. So you're asking people to tighten their belts, that they should just tarry a little. But you are there buying yourself a private jet of $150 million. You are renovating homes of your VP for $21 billion. Everybody in the Senate and everybody in the National Assembly got an SUV that cost $150,000 each. I mean, are Nigerians foolish not to understand that this is just a ruse? And that is why I coined the word, I think yesterday, that the government is no longer practicing democracy but orisacracy, which is government of rice, ruse and rice. Any problem in Nigeria, give them rice. Flood in Maiduguri, send them rice. Education problem, send them rice. People are sick, send them rice. Rice is, botanical name of rice is the Rhiza sativa. So that is where we are. And the government has become a joke. And that brings us back to the conversation about treason. You're a lawyer. I don't need to remind you of that. And I'm sure that if you were sitting in court representing an accused person, and this person that's accused of treason for carrying placards, you must look at the prosecutor and to wonder whether he went to law school.
Well, I know that lawyers are part of the problem. Yeah. But, okay, they've given you back your passport. Yes. They've released you. Did they ask you to report again tomorrow morning? Because giving your passport does not mean anything. You can be asked to start reporting every day until the matter is decided. What did they say to you?
They just came to me and said, we were looking for, because I tweeted while I was waiting, while I was sitting in their office, that I'm now in detention and they've seized my passport. And they said, we're looking if you have a waiver for the watch list. I said, what's the waiver for watch list? And another 10 minutes later, they came and said, we resolved the issue. You can have your passport back now. And some of them actually nicely escorted me to get my bags. But by the time I got to the bag section, one of my bags had gone missing. So we're still looking for the bag as we speak.
One of your bags disappeared?
Yeah, one of the biggest bag I brought had disappeared.
But the ones you got, did they open them?
I don't know because I didn't lock them. But I'm just hoping that they're not trying to play funny with the bags. But I've reported that to the airline. Because every bag that comes through the U.S. airline, United Airlines, you have a tracking on it. And the tracking showed that it went on the carousel to where I should pick it up, but I can't find the bag as we speak. Well, I'm just hoping that nobody will go and plant anything funny inside my bag.
Okay, but for now, you are free. Yeah. They're giving you your passport, and, you have no fear that when you step out of the studio, they will rearrest you.
Even if they do, I'm not a stranger to them, and we'll resolve that when we get there.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Omoyele Sowore, presidential candidate of the African Action Congress and a human rights activist.